My sister is planning on doing a home birth here. She wants the place vacated, get the kids out, and leave.
She's going to do what?
A home birth. Can't you read?
I read it. I'm just a bit confused. Why do we have to leave?
Because you just be in the way.
The house is huge. We can find somewhere to hole up and not be in the way. Why can't she just use her own room?
The lighting in that room sucks. We're gonna use the nursery. That place gets the best natural lighting. She's pregnant. Just give her what she wants.
Yeah, that's fine. I get it. We can swap rooms for a bit. Let me get some stuff out of there.
You can be pretty callous, you know?
What do you mean? I'm being cooperative.
The issue isn't the stuff. Emily doesn't want you in the house while she's giving birth. You make her uncomfortable. Don't make me spell these things out all the time.
Still? We've been on pretty good terms ever since we moved back in.
She is just being nice. You should return the favor. Give her some space after the birth, too. I'm sure she's gonna need it. I'm not talking about a day or two here either. Remember how you felt after giving birth? Between labor and nursing a newborn, you were completely wiped.
All right. I can figure something out, I guess. Should I rent a hotel room, or do you have something else in mind?
Don't waste money on a hotel room. Can't you stay at a friend's house or something?
If it was just me, maybe, but we have a 5-year-old. I don't know anyone who could take us both in.
Then just go home to your parents. They can't refuse you.
I can't. Did you forget? The repairs still aren't done. The fire did a ton of damage.
They have to be living somewhere. Find temporary housing if they won't take you in.
I don't think I can secure something on such short notice. Besides, do you really want me moving all that stuff for just a short-term stay? Can we really not get a hotel room for a bit?
What a waste of money. All because your parents are so unreliable.
Can you not? The fire wasn't their fault.
Emily just wants to give birth in a stress-free environment. You've been through this, you should understand.
I mean, I get it. I just wished there was a lot more of a heads up. She knew that we were living here. Why can't she give birth at a hospital?
Because she doesn't want to. You got a problem with that? Are you really bad-mouthing Emily?
That's not my intention.
Are you annoyed that I care about my sister, trying to break us apart?
You are acting ridiculous. It's all in your head. And what about my family? You bend over backwards for yours but won't even visit mine?
You're my wife. When you took my last name, you became part of my family, not the other way around. You can't compare the two.
You really think that way? Marriage is a two-way street. We're supposed to be an equal partnership here.
Equal partnership? I'm bigger, stronger, and the only one that's providing for this family. Where's the equality for me?
I risked my life to give birth and carry on your family name. Pretty sure that's something only I could have done.
Cool. You gave birth. Are you gonna flaunt that the rest of your life?
Giving birth is a huge thing. Of course I'm going to bring it up.
You done? You giving birth has nothing to do with our current predicament.
You're the one talking about things that aren't related. Bringing up how much money you make and how strong you are as a flex?
Whatever, just get your stuff packed up tonight. Emily is gonna be coming by tomorrow to get set up.
Since a hotel is too expensive and my parents are off the table, what do you want me to do? Where do you expect your child to live?
You're an adult. Figure it out yourself.
Very helpful. Thanks for creating a difficult situation and doing nothing to ease our burdens.
I actually have an idea where you can stay.
Where's that?
My buddy has a place you could stay. I'm sure Mike will like it too.
Wait, this isn't that friend of yours who rehabs places, is it? I don't really want to stay in some gutted place.
Nah, it's nothing like that. I'll drop you guys off tomorrow. Get the essentials packed up tonight and leave the rest to me. Don't feel like you have to pack everything you own.
Can you at least tell me where we're going to be staying or who with? If it's someone's house I don't want to show up empty-handed, I'd like to get them a gift or something.
I'll handle all of that. All you have to do is pack. We can swing by first thing in the morning.
I wish you would just give me some details. This whole situation is fishy.
Desperate times call for desperate measures. Suck it up. You'll be fine.
Are you really fine going through with all this? Do you honestly think we would be that big of a nuisance?
I don't really see any problem with it. It's just temporary.
All right, I'll cooperate.
About time. We could have saved ourselves a lot of headache had you just been cooperative from the beginning.
The following morning, Mike and I found ourselves locked in the house's storeroom. We'd put all our bags in the car, my phone included. Drew asked us if we could grab something from the storeroom before we left. He said he had borrowed something from his friend and wanted us to retrieve it. Before I knew it, the door was slammed behind us and locked. We were left in darkness. I had been holding Mike at the time, so he got stuck in there with me. I can't believe Drew would do this to his own child. Next thing I knew, Drew was yelling through the storeroom door. He told us that this was the only way he could think of to get us out of the house. Apparently, my sister hates the cold and needed a warm, sunny room to give birth in. We were told to be obedient and live in the storeroom until she no longer needs a room. And that's all we were left with. I tried shouting for help for hours, but no one came. His parents weren't home either. They had left just a few days back to go on vacation. They wouldn't be back for quite some time. My only salvation was the person who locked me in here. I tried to break down the door. I hit it with all my might, but it wouldn't budge. I was making no progress. In my 35 years of life, this is the most dire situation I've ever found myself in.
I am so excited for you, Emily. How much longer are you thinking until you get here?
Me too. Big day. I should be there any minute. Jimmy's so anxious. He's driving like a grandpa over here. He doesn't want to do anything to disrupt his pregnant wife. I appreciate it, though.
Ah, that sounds just like him. I have some good news for you. We were able to clear out that room for you. All the natural lighting should make the birth that much easier for you.
Oh, I appreciate it, but I think I'd rather give birth in my room. There's something about a south-facing room that's giving me good vibes. Besides, I don't want Karen and little Mikey to be inconvenienced on my behalf.
You don't have to worry about that sort of thing. I explained the situation to her. I want to make sure everything is perfect for you and your baby.
I really think I would be more comfortable in my room. I know I'd feel uneasy if I knew I was burdening your wife.
I got her out of the house the other day, so don't you worry.
Why would you do that?
She's an outsider. She'd only be a distraction for you. Don't worry about her. This is my way of taking care of you.
She lives there, though. I'm the one who's bothering her. She wouldn't be a distraction at all. How am I not supposed to worry about her?
You aren't happy? I did all of this for you.
Karen has been really supportive of me throughout the pregnancy. Where did she go? Back to her folks' place?
Nah, not there.
Did she get a room at a hotel then? Don't waste money. Tell her to check out and get back here.
I really thought you'd be happy to have the room.
I just tried calling her, but she didn't pick up. That isn't like her. Are you hiding something?
She's not in a hotel. She's actually in the storeroom outside.
Doing what? Is she trapped in there?
I had planned to let them out right away. It's just, she's been such a pain lately. I figured it might be a good way to teach her a lesson in obedience.
You locked your wife and kid in a shed to teach them a lesson? You're joking, right? You can't possibly be that dumb, right?
This was for you. I'm always only looking out for you.
I don't recall asking for your help, especially not this kind of help.
I know you didn't ask, but I figured it would be what you wanted.
Get them out already!
You sure?
Why are you hesitating? Go now!
Oh, she's gonna be so pissed. I'd rather wait until you got here.
Why? The longer you wait, the worse it becomes.
Maybe I should ask Dad to deal with it.
In over a week? He's on vacation.
Oh yeah, that's probably too long.
If you won't do it, I'll have the police do it for you.
No, don't get them involved. I could get arrested for this.
And you would deserve it. You should prepare yourself for the worst.
Oh, don't be like that. They'd lock me up and throw away the key. Oh, God knows what they'd charge me with for this. Our family would be all over the news. Oh, please don't do that to me.
You are such a coward. I never thought you would be capable of something like this.
I don't know what I was thinking. I just wanted things to be the way they used to, even if it was only for a little bit. We just used to be so close and had so much fun back in the day. If my wife and kids were here, it would only take away from that.
Yikes. Perhaps it's time to grow up. I can't believe you found someone to marry you in the first place. You're weirdly obsessed with me.
Oh, don't you feel the same way? We are family. Karen is just an outsider. She'll never be more than that.
Karen is your family now, too. That's literally the point of getting married.
Mike isn't any better. All he ever does is cry for his mom. He doesn't care about me at all.
I'm sure you were never there for him when he needed someone. He's probably just used to his mom always being the one to come to his aid. No wonder he doesn't cry for his dad.
Crap, I forgot how cold it got last night. We got a ton of snow. I don't even know if they're still alive in there. I didn't leave them with any food or water.
They're alive. I just got them out.
You're here?
They're freezing and their body temp is way too low. I'm taking them to the hospital to get checked out.
Oh, you should have told me. It's dangerous to walk on this snow unsupported. You might slip and fall.
I never got out of the car. Jimmy got out and carried them to the car.
I see. So they're alive, yeah?
Yes.
Ah, thank God. I won't be charged with anything then.
That's your concern?
Well, yeah. Since they're okay, they can't charge me with a crime. If anything happened to them, then I'd be screwed.
You're worse than I thought.
What? They're fine. What's the big deal?
I hate you to your very core. You're a failure of a human being.
Oh, that is uncalled for. Everything I did out of love for you. Besides, it's not like Karen is that innocent in the matter.
What could she possibly be guilty of? Trusting an idiot like you?
I am gonna ignore that. Where are you taking her? I'll swing by to check on her.
Yeah, I'm not telling you that. Karen's done with you. She doesn't want to see you anymore. She's blocking your phone number too. Don't bother trying to contact her. I feel the same way. Peace, psycho.
Emily, I won't be able to see you. You don't even want to talk to me? Oh, don't do that. I need you. You're everything to me. Emily? You there? Did you actually block me?
Hey, idiot!
Whoa.
Have you completely lost it? What the hell were you thinking?
Who is this?
My name is listed at the top of our chat. Can't you read?
Oh, Karen, let's calm down now. You don't have to speak that way to me.
Calm down? After getting locked in a storeroom overnight in the freezing cold. After that, I can say whatever the hell I want to you.
Can we be civil and talk about this like adults?
I'll pass. You lost that privilege after almost murdering your family.
I'm sorry. I screwed up. I had planned to let you out right away.
Oh, you plan to? Oh, I feel so much better now. Perhaps you should try spending the night in there yourself. It's unbelievably frigid, so cold one could even die. Mike didn't even have his coat with him. I had to give him mine just to try alleviate his hypothermia. Even still, he got down to 93 degrees. He was shivering so bad I didn't know if he'd make it. Do you have any idea what you put us through?
I didn't realize.
There is a layer of hell that should be cold enough to help you understand. I can't wait for you to get there.
Oh, don't say that.
I tried everything I could to get out of that room. I threw myself countless times at the door, but I couldn't get through. I was only freaking out Mike even more by doing that. I lied to him by saying we were playing hide and seek. It seemed to calm him down a bit. You took things way too far with this one. You left us in the dark with no supplies, not even a phone to call for help. We did everything we could to stay warm. We danced, we sang to try and pass the time and keep from freezing. But Mike figured it out. I couldn't stop myself from crying. Why was this happening to us? What did we do to deserve this?
I'm really sorry. I went way too far.
I can't imagine what would have happened had your sister not gotten us out of there. Would you ever have let us out?
I knew I messed up. I was just scared of facing you.
You were scared? Can you imagine how scared our son was? I could care less about your fear. You created this situation.
You're right. This one's on me.
You realize what comes next, don't you?
I do. We'll patch things between us. For my sister's sake. All of our bickering is just making things harder for her. I'll do whatever I can to make this right for my family. That's what you meant, right?
That's what you think?
I need to do right by my sister. Of course, I also need to do the same for my wife and child. I'm resolute in my desire to change.
Your wife and child are always an afterthought to you. Even still, you prioritize your sister. Your desire to change is a joke. You just want things to go back to the way they were without doing anything to make things right.
Oh, please don't treat me this way. I'm trying my best to do what's best for everyone.
Divorce is the answer I was looking for. The natural course of action is we get a divorce. No sane person would possibly stay with you after that.
I understand why you feel that way, but please give me some slack on this one. I messed up, I get it. However, I had good intentions.
Your good intentions were getting rid of your wife and child. You view us as nothing but nuisances. Fear not, you don't have to worry about us anymore. You can finally rejoice in us no longer bringing you down.
I don't view you as nuisances. It was just a temporary thing. I like having you guys around. I never intended to convey otherwise.
You disregarded your child's health for your own selfish reasons.
I recognize that, I really do. I've put a lot of thought into it, and I think you have every right to be angry with me.
Oh, well, thank you for giving me permission to be mad at you. We'll be out of your hair soon enough. My parents' house should be done by the end of the month. Until then, we'll be staying in the house.
Please don't be like this. Can we just stay here together again? For good?
We? There is no we anymore. I'll be staying at your parents' house without you.
What do you mean by that?
Emily already called your parents. They weren't happy to hear about this while on vacation. They were pissed enough that they want you out of the house immediately. They don't ever want to live under the same roof with you anymore.
That's not fair. It's my house too.
You didn't pay for any of it. It's your parents' house. They make the rules.
Well, I don't have any other place to go.
Don't worry about that. I have just the place for you. You'll be given a bed and 3 meals a day from the correctional officer.
That is not funny. Why would I go to prison?
Because you clearly committed a crime. Criminals go to prison.
Don't make this more than it is. I didn't commit any crimes.
I don't have to exaggerate at all. The facts on their own is enough to get you locked up.
For what? You're alive.
Let me explain it to you this way. Let's say you ran someone over in your car, but they are still alive. Did you commit a crime? Put that big brain of yours to work. This is a tough one.
Well, they would probably be charged with something.
Right. And this situation is no different.
What would I be charged with? Making you cold? You aren't injured in any way. The two aren't even remotely similar.
Explaining things to an idiot is really tiresome. When the police pick you up later today, you can ask them. I'm sure they will give you a detailed account of your crimes.
I'm just flustered. I can't believe how upset I made Emily today. I'd appreciate it if you were nice to me.
The true victim in this crime is your sister. I'm glad you could finally come to your senses. It's so hard for you to see your sister this way. Won't someone please console this poor man?
I really am having a hard time with it. It would be nice if my wife would offer some consolation.
Do you ever wonder why Mike never took to you? I'd be happy to explain it to you.
Because you don't stand up for me?
Not even close. That kid isn't dense like you. He notices things. He's expressed concern that you don't love him multiple times.
I don't know why. That isn't the case at all.
He also said something that really threw me off. He thinks that maybe it would have been better had he been born a girl. Can you imagine why?
I can't help it. It's always been my dream to walk a daughter down the aisle on her wedding day.
You're pathetic.
Help me make my dream come true. Let's have another kid. We might get lucky this time and have a girl. Oh, wouldn't that be great? A baby girl.
I hope no one ever gives you the opportunity to procreate again.
Oh, don't be like that. Everyone deserves to chase after their dreams.
We're all cutting you off. Your sister, your parents, and me as well. I won't deprive Mike of his only father. If you want to see him, I'll allow you to do so. I can't imagine you ever wanting to do that, though. He's not the precious daughter you've always wanted. You're going to be a loner. That's the best way to ensure you won't hurt anyone again in the future.
But why? How can you do this to me?
That's my line. How could you have done this to me?
I already apologized for that. It's in the past.
If any apology was good enough to resolve any crime, we wouldn't need the police.
We still don't. I don't want to be arrested.
Don't worry. They'll just lock you in a cold, dark room without access to food or water. Seems quite poetic, don't you think? Unfortunately, if that did happen, it would cause some issues for me as well. I'll have to figure out a way to explain to Mikey why he won't be able to see his daddy for a while.
I'd rather be locked in a storeroom overnight than have to deal with the police.
I'm sure. I have a more fitting punishment for you. One that'll torture you way more than being locked in a storeroom. When you're arrested, you'll lose everything. You'll become an outcast in society. Your friends and family won't want to associate with you either.
That sounds like hell.
The real hell starts now.
Please don't do this. I am begging you.
Later that day, Drew was arrested and charged with false imprisonment and kidnapping. He was sentenced to prison for 2 years. He didn't have anywhere to live at the time, so maybe this was a blessing in disguise for him. The court had Drew pay us damages and medical fees, and child support. Seeing as he was recently arrested for a crime, receiving the maximum penalty didn't take much coaxing. It felt good to know that that idiot was going to have to front the bill on a lot of our expenses moving forward. Of course, I'll have to wait until he's released to start demanding them. I'll be sure he pays. Drew's parents ended up selling off all of his things. He ended up losing everything, even the shirt off his back. I was glad that his family was angry on my behalf. They really looked out for my best interests. Drew sent me several letters demanding that I come visit him in prison, and those got torn up and thrown in the trash. It looks like he still quite hasn't learned his lesson. He's in no position to be demanding anything of anyone. After my parents' house was finished, Mike and I moved in with them. They freed up ample space for us to live. Life was pretty great. Mike was a little bummed out when he found out that he'd need to change schools. In the end, he was able to move past it and be happy. After all, he was able to spend every day with his grandparents doing all the things he loved. I still feel guilty that I put Mike through all of that. I feel like I failed him as a parent. I vow that nothing like that will ever happen again. I will make sure his life is filled with nothing but happy memories. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please hit the like button and subscribe for more content. See you next time. Are you really making $100,000 a year now? If that's true, I'll let you get remarried to Daddy. And who are you? Come on, it's me, the stepdaughter of the man you divorced a few years back. Aaron? You can't tell me you forgot what happened 6 years ago. You don't remember busting out of the house in hysteric tears? I caught the last part of it in my phone and uploaded it to my TikTok so you can watch it if you want. Don't forget to like and share it afterwards. You haven't changed. Thank you. Not trying to compliment you, but you and I have no reason to be speaking. I have nothing to do with your family anymore and have nothing to say to you. Don't be so cold. We were a family until just a little while ago. There should be no secrets between family. If you need a reminder, it was you that refused to accept me as your father's wife. Really? Me? Do something that awful? Your harassment of me at all times of the day drove your father and I apart, forced me out of the house, and led to our divorce. I had no idea. You suffered so much when living with us, and I had no idea. Enough with your sarcasm and pettiness. It's the past. I've moved on, and I'm going to go now. Wait, I think I'm starting to remember some things that happened. Could it be that you were hurt by some of my sweet, childish antics? Like throwing the meals you worked so hard to make directly into the trash? Could that be it? That's just the tip of the iceberg. Maybe perhaps when I dumped that soup all over the new outfit you bought? That was more than one time. 1, 2, 6 times. It's all the same. So you do remember exactly how many times. Maybe when I accidentally bumped into you at the top of the stairs and you rolled all the way to the bottom like one of the Three Stooges. I broke my right arm in 2 places and cracked a rib. Oh yeah, and you couldn't move for a month or so. Go on. There were a few times I went into your room, borrowed some of your personal belongings, and sold them on eBay. There was that, but that's not all it was. Maybe when I took your wedding ring and 3-carat diamond engagement ring that you treasured so much and threw them into the river. Could you really still be holding a grudge over something that small? Did you think I would ever forget being treated so poorly by someone I tried to be a mother to? There was that time that I was on the verge of getting kicked out of that private school Daddy sent me to, because my grades were bad and I had so many absences. So I blame my lack of concentration and attendance on the harassment my stepmother was inflicting on me. Do you know how embarrassing it was to be called in for something like that with security escorting me and watching my every move in front of so many people? Yeah, I had to tell them you were known to gravitate to violent outbursts when confronted with inconvenient truths, so I could win more sympathy from the administration. I was on a watch list until you were kicked out of school and the authorities finally believed me. That was hilarious. I still can't believe it took them that long to figure out that I was basically running a brothel out of the school's gymnasium. Good times, good times. Come on. You know how it was like being a hormonal teen, right? Show some leniency and just let it be water under the bridge already.
While I forgive you for your father's sake, I will never forget what you put me through.
Seriously? Even Daddy still blames me for you leaving and gets angry at me whenever your name pops up. What's wrong with you old people? Don't you know you're supposed to love your children no matter what?
Letting children get away with selfishness is not love. You were the reason your father and I divorced, and you knew what you were doing the whole time.
Come now. I really had no intention of coming between you two. I was just playing around.
Your unprovoked harassment psychologically traumatized me. I had to go to therapy for 2 years, and very little help because the aggression was so one-sided.
I am so sorry. Oh, I had no idea that would happen to you. I thought adults like you would be more resilient to a little needling from a child.
You feel no regret for taking away the happiness two people found, even when one of those is your own father?
Well, since the divorce, Daddy barely talks to me. It's kind of scary, to say the truth.
Well, obviously, we were happy when we found one another and tried so hard to make it work, despite your active sabotage. We tried to make you feel loved and needed, despite not being our daughter. You took advantage of our kindness and hurt us.
Come on now, Melissa. That's all ancient history now. Just forget about it and move on. You'll only find happiness by focusing on the here and now.
No one could or should forget experiencing such a horrifying past. I honestly never want to speak to you again, Erin. And I never would have thought that you would reach out to me after you got what you wanted with me leaving your life.
Look, I grew up as well from that time. I'm 24 now.
So you're a full-fledged adult now. Congratulations.
Truthfully, I called you because I wanted to tell you about Daddy.
What is it?
He caught some really rare disease, and it has him completely bedridden.
Are you serious?
Because of that, I'm really having trouble paying the bills.
What's going on? What happened?
I don't have any money since I can't work.
You're 24, right? You should be able to find some kind of work to help out your father.
It's such a pain and drag to go job hunting. Waking up every morning to go to work is like a form of cruel torture.
What are you talking about? Every responsible adult is doing that to pay the bills and keep society running.
How do they expect me to do anything with a paltry starting salary of only $4,500 a month? I would never work so cheaply.
You live in a house that's already been paid off. That should be more than enough for a young professional. Also, if you work hard and polish your skills, you'll get promoted and earn more over time.
What do companies expect us to be able to buy for less than $5,000? You can't even go on a decent vacation with that much.
You're an adult now. Save your money so you can get what you want then.
Nah, I just want to live as a parasite for the rest of my life. I don't want to do any work, but still be able to live the most luxurious of lives. I just want to have a huge chunk of cash to fall on me. And bam! No more problems.
You don't actually expect life to work out that easily for you, do you?
Well, it seems to have worked out pretty well for you, hasn't it? Is it true that you really are pulling in $100,000 a year?
I see what you're after. That's the real reason you decided to reach out to me after all this time?
Please, come back, Melissa. If you don't come back, I'm going to be in so much trouble. If you don't, I'm going to have to resort to looking for more sugar daddies to make ends meet.
What? Are you serious?
Just don't tell Daddy what I'm doing, okay?
Wait, no one wants you to do that.
Well, I can make about $1,000 a month per mark. If I push myself, I should be able to pick up 6 or 7 Joe Schmoes a month.
You need to stop doing that immediately. Please, clean up your act and find a career you can talk about in polite company. It may be easy money now while you're young and pretty, but you're going to hit a wall when age begins to take a toll on your body.
I may rethink it if you agree to remarry Daddy, though.
What are you talking about? You know that's not going to happen.
Could you at least lend me some money so I can afford a surgery for my daddy?
Is it really that serious?
$5,000 is all I ask.
That's a lot of money to pull together on such short notice. Is it an emergency?
There's no one else I can turn to or rely on for this. You're the only person I can trust here.
What about Al's family? I'm sure they would be glad to help you out.
They've just abandoned us.
Why? He was always so close to them.
Look, I promised to start looking for a steady job and walk the straight path from here on out. I also promised to not cause trouble for you anymore. This is my only and last request to you. But not for me, for your ex-husband.
All right. I'll wire you the cash for his surgery, but you promise to get a job and pay back every penny, all right?
Of course, you know you can trust me.
You also need to become more independent to take stress off your father.
Yes, I got it. I'll DM you my account information after this.
Make sure you take care of your father while he recovers from the surgery and goes through rehab.
You can count on me.
My name is Melissa, 40 years old with one failed marriage under my belt. I met my first husband around 10 years ago through a mutual acquaintance and married soon afterwards in a whirlwind romance. Only to go through a divorce 6 years ago. The person on the other side of this WhatsApp conversation is my ex-husband's daughter, Erin. As you can probably tell from our conversation, she has quite the capricious disposition, and I suffered greatly from her covert and overt harassment methods. It was because of her treatment of me that I was forced out of their house and led to my divorce with her father. After experiencing such a terrible history at her hands, I was absolutely shocked to receive a message from her, of all people. The man I divorced was in no way a bad person. He is a serious, hard-working engineer that is honest almost to a fault. Since we didn't split on bad terms and I had no hard feelings toward him in any way, I always wondered what had become of him and if he was doing well. Because of my curiosity about his well-being, I forced myself to keep my cool when talking to Erin. That girl, Erin, then went on to do something unbelievable and cause a whole new set of issues.
Come here and make me something to eat.
Erin?
I haven't eaten anything for 2 whole days. At this rate, I'm going to starve to death.
What is going on? How did that happen?
Cooking is such a pain to do, especially the shopping, cutting stuff, washing the dishes. I've only been eating boxed and bagged snacks for the last week or so, and I'm sick of it. At least when you were around, good food would show up without me having to do anything.
What do you mean starving? If you have snack foods to eat, you, at the very least, won't starve.
Whatever, just hurry up and come here. I also need you to clean my room because it's a total mess.
Do it yourself. I am not your maid or servant and never was.
You're so selfish. I can't believe you would let your cute daughter suffer the indignity of starvation.
Putting that aside, how's Alan doing? I assume the surgery went well?
Daddy's the picture of health. Why do you ask?
You said that he was bedridden with a terrible disease and needed a surgery to help him recover, right?
Oh yeah, I said that, didn't I? Don't worry, that was just a lie.
What? So what happened to that $5,000 that I sent you for the surgery?
I used that to go out clubbing and drinking with my friends. That's a night I'll never forget. We got so wasted and I had so much fun knowing our dime wasn't on the line.
I can't believe you. Why would you lie about something so serious?
Daddy won't give me an allowance anymore when I ask for it. Saying something about working for my bread or some nonsense like that. I wasn't really paying attention, but I really just wanted to go out and have a little fun. Why does he have to be so stingy? So I turned to someone who has more money than they know what to do with.
So you lied straight to my face because you refused to act like an adult, I see?
You're living the high life now and don't need to worry about money. So what's the harm in sponging a little off you? So I thought, conning you out of 5Gs is something you could blow off without much thought. So I believed, thank you, Mom.
You are incorrigible and unbelievable. What about finding a job? Did you even do that?
Of course not. Why would I do something so unfulfilling and unbearable when I have a sweet sugar mama right here waiting for me?
You made a promise to me, right? Did you forget that?
No, but you should know how hard it is for people to find jobs in these times. So why bother trying when my chances are so low?
At least show me that you've been trying to fulfill your end of the bargain. Show me your resume, and I can give you some advice on how to make it pop.
Ugh, you're starting to sound like Daddy, and that makes me sad. He keeps yelling at me to become independent and self-sufficient, or other dumb things like that. I feel like I might have a nervous breakdown with all the stress you and him are putting on me.
Your father is right, as usual, on that point.
That's not the only thing that's giving me a headache. Get this, he's planning on getting remarried. Can you believe him?
I see that as a good thing. I'm glad that he's moving on and trying to find happiness.
Uh-oh, do I detect someone trying to hide their jealousy behind the camouflage of self-delusion?
Not at all. It's been 6 years and we're both adults. Why would it be strange if either one of us had potential marriage prospects lined up?
There you go again, trying to hide your pain and jealousy by pretending to be an adult about things. You really want to get back together with my dad again, don't you?
Again, not in the slightest. I have my life to live, and Al has every right to live the way he wants as well. We enjoyed our time together, but due to you, things didn't work out. I honestly wish for him to find the peace and happiness he deserves.
Well, I don't like it one bit. I refuse to accept that woman.
What's the matter with you? Can't you let your own father be happy?
She's so plain and ugly. And worst of all, she's poor.
Don't be so shallow and materialistic. You have no right to impose your own values or judgments on what your father chooses to do after he worked so hard to raise you. Also, none of those things you mentioned reflect who the person is on the inside.
I think someone as beautiful and good at housework as you is the right match for him. I wouldn't have to be embarrassed by her being around if you were there instead.
Please, think about your father's happiness.
I decide who Daddy marries, and I choose you.
What is going on in that beautifully empty head of yours?
When he gets married, I have to share my house with a complete stranger. I cannot stand doing that again.
Well, then you need to learn from what happened when I was living with you two and avoid doing everything you did to me. You need to put forward effort to make the household happier for everyone involved, or you can move out on your own.
This is my house.
No, it's your father's.
Then I'm moving out.
First, you'll need to find a job. Then you can take the next step.
No, I'm moving to your place.
Are you out of your mind?
I won't have to cook or clean anything, and you'll give me everything I want.
Use your common sense. You know that's not going to happen.
I need a mommy to take care of me.
You don't want a mother. You're just looking for an ATM.
Well, I've already decided to move to your place, so that's final. And to prepare for the move, I went out and bought a new set of Louis Vuitton bags.
No, how can you afford that?
I just used my credit card. You'll help me pay it off, right? Daddy's being a misery again and won't pay off my card anymore. But if I live with you, you can pay off all my back payments too.
I will not pay a single cent. How can you really think I will do anything for you?
Mommy, can you also get me a Mercedes-Benz to drive around town? I've always wanted to drive one, a red one. Please and thank you.
I will not pay for anything, and stop calling me your mother.
Come on, you don't need to sound so angry. I promise to take good care of you when you get old. How does that sound?
This is a waste of time and has nothing to do with me anymore. I have my own life to live now, and you do not factor into it. I always held out hope that you would grow out of your selfish behavior and make your father's life easier, but I see that has not happened. I will no longer communicate with you anymore.
There you go with those empty threats again. You and I both know that you really want to drop everything and take this cute stepdaughter into your arms.
You couldn't be further from the truth. Please, stop deluding yourself. It's getting embarrassing to hear this.
Don't take it out on me. Your rival is Daddy's new fiancée, not me. But don't worry, I'll drive her out of the house like I did with you.
Aaron, no! Aaron! Aaron!
Hey, Mommy. Just got my new Benz. Don't forget to pay off that loan for me.
What are you talking about?
Don't you remember? Last time we spoke, I told you to pay off my credit cards and get my car loan payments.
And I told you that I won't pay for anything, right?
You're making $100,000 a year, right? So what's the problem then? You got the cash and I have the drive to spend it. It's a win-win situation.
That income is my husband's income, not mine.
What?
My husband is the wealthy one. Because of that, I live a luxurious life with no worries.
That's not what I heard. That can't be right. How dare you remarry when you have my daddy and me?
I met my current husband 3 years ago, and we got married a year ago.
You cheating wench!
Calm down. There's no reason to be calling me that.
Whatever. So you have a new man now.
Wow, that's a turnaround that would even throw LeBron.
That doesn't change the fact that I'm coming to live with you.
You're still going on about that?
The Hamptons, Upper East Side, where are you now? I'll grab an Uber and be there in 2 shakes.
Côte d'Azur.
Where? Is that in Jersey?
Geography was never your strong suit, was it? The French Riviera?
French fries? What?
I feel bad Al wasted all that money on your schooling. I live in southern France now, in a villa just outside of Nice.
A village that's not very nice? Why would a rich person live there?
I'm screen capping this.
I don't understand. Don't make fun of me.
This is a view from where I'm sitting now.
That is so unfair. I want to live there too.
It really is wonderful.
How do I get there?
You'll need a passport, and I know you can't get one because of your rap sheet.
Overseas?
The man I got married to has a daughter a little younger than you.
A stepdaughter?
Yeah, she is so cute. Not just the way she looks, but her character too. It's just too sweet. I can pamper her like she was my real daughter because she is so wonderful.
What is with that? You're making me so jealous. That isn't any fun at all.
She accepted me as family member right off the bat when we were first introduced to one another by my new husband. Unlike someone else who treated me like an indentured servant from the get-go and went out of her way to make every day a living nightmare.
That was just a little rebellion all teens go through. A cute, slip hormonal teens sometimes go through and should be forgiven as soon as possible, right?
She loved my cooking so much that she is now studying to become a chef. She now makes fabulous meals for the 3 of us and helps me out around the house with a smile.
What is that? Some kind of perfect cyborg?
We sing together when cooking and cleaning as a team, so it's actually fun to do those chores. In fact, they don't even feel like chores anymore. My husband said he would rather stay home listening and watching to us do things around the house than doing anything else.
There is no way such a perfect family scene exists.
I thought so too. It still feels like a dream with how wonderful and peaceful my life is now. Oh, and the 100K rumor you heard about is just the pocket money that he insists I have access to at all times.
Cash?
Yeah, it can be a pain to have so much, but he insists that cash payments make everything go faster.
On you all the time? That can't be safe.
I thought so too, but he has a shadow security detail around me and our daughter at all times.
Did you marry into the mafia?
No, he comes from old money, really old money. And he invested his estate so well that he's more than triple his original worth. For my birthday, he reserved the entire Coach store for the day and let me choose whatever I wanted in any amount since they're my favorite brand.
Unbelievable. I thought that only happens in the movies.
He didn't want me to be stressed out choosing stuff because that store can really be busy during the tourist season. That coincided with my birthday. These are real deal, not like the knockoffs you had to settle for because you had no self-control.
I get it. Your husband is loaded. Lay off already.
My daughter took me to dinner at a 3-star Michelin restaurant that evening, too.
Of course, rich kids can do things like that.
No. She reserved the table 4 months in advance, even before her father and I had married. She then worked to save up money so she could pay for everything herself. All to thank me for showing her the path she's following now.
Why are you talking about how she's so great? How do you think that makes me feel?
She's also promised to take care of me even in my old age and said she would never leave me alone.
I promised the same thing to you.
And only one of those promises is trustworthy and was made with no expectation of material return. I had no idea I could feel such bliss. I sometimes feel sorry for my husband because I spend so much time with our daughter. But he says it makes him happy to see the two of us happy together.
This is so unfair.
Because of you, I had to divorce Al, but now I see that it was all for the best as I found my happily ever after.
It's not fair. You being happy isn't fair. What about me? I'm going to be all alone. Who's going to take care of me and make me happy?
You gotta find a way to make yourself happy, sans the cost to others' happiness. Your selfish actions in purposefully impeding the happiness of others is coming back to bite you now.
But I have no money source now. What am I going to do? I'm at rock bottom now.
You're 24 now. Are you now ashamed to be leeching off your father at that age? And using such unscrupulous lies to con me out of money? That is lower than low. How dare you use your father's health to cheat people?
It was just a little white lie. How does that hurt anyone?
I've contacted the relevant authorities about your little con game. Since you pulled us while I'm in France now, it's an international affair with Interpol and the FBI working together.
Why would you do that? I don't want to go to jail.
I will also be contacting your father and telling him everything that happened in addition to your escort income.
You wouldn't dare. Please, no, anything but that. If he finds out, he'll kick me out for sure.
Then I guess you have no choice but to become homeless.
I can't live under a bridge. How will I charge my phone?
That should be the least of your worries. You'll have plenty of time to understand the consequences of your actions.
I'm sorry. Please forgive me.
That's hilarious, but too little too late. You should have thought about that before things went this far.
I apologize. Please don't let them take me away.
And the gall to push your credit card and your car payments on me? Did you actually believe I would pay?
Please forgive me. I don't want to leave my home.
Get ready to face a life of debt. You had a cushy ride for 24 years. Now you get to work for your bread.
Please, no. Save me. I promise to change. I'll get a job. Melissa? Melissa?
Erin was arrested on extortion charges, and more evidence of her little harmless crimes came to light. She was released on $10,000 bail and barely escaped jail time. Alan, her father, found out about this and blew his lid. He immediately kicked her out his house and wrote her out of his will. With no money and nowhere to go, Erin was left to pay off her car loans and credit card debt alone. On top of that, she still had to pay back the money she borrowed from me. In order to make a dent in the debt she accrued, she had to get a job as a housekeeper. It seems like she's working from break of dawn till midnight to earn enough to make ends meet and keep the interest payments from growing. Her father had a guilt-free wedding and is starting anew with his new wife and are already expecting a new addition to the family. I live in the wonderful climate of the French Riviera with my husband and daughter, having the most perfect and peaceful of lives. When are you going to get the message? Termites like you need to get out.
Faye? Did you mean to send this message to me?
Yeah, I did. Don't think I sent you this as a mistake. You're a termite. You're not welcome.
I don't know what brought this on, but isn't that a bit too mean? I thought you accepted me into the family. I didn't know that you felt that way about me. I wouldn't have married Mark if I knew you didn't approve of me.
Well, now you know. Will you get out then?
I might, but first I want to know why. Was it something I said or did that you didn't like?
You should know already, but I guess you need me to spell it out for you. Fine, I will. You were just fired, right? Do you know how bad that makes you look and makes us look by association? I don't need an unemployed daughter-in-law that lazes around and does nothing.
Please, Faye, let me explain. I wasn't fired. I quit. And I didn't just up and quit my job without a plan. I quit so that I could become independent. I'm going to start my own business.
Oh, don't lie to me. It's not going to do you any good. You're just embarrassing yourself even further.
Why won't you believe me? What do I have to do to prove it to you?
Nothing, because I've been on to you from the start. You quit your job while Mark is working overseas, and you plan to just mooch off him for the rest of your life. My poor boy has no idea what he got himself into. Well, I'm not going to let that happen. Not on my watch.
I never planned to depend on Mark. At the same time, I'm not going to refuse his help. We're married, and it isn't wrong for him to help me. Just like I would help him if he was in the same position as me.
See? You admit it. You're going to leech off of him. You're just a pest that needs to be terminated. You better move out of the house right now before I come and throw you out myself.
Please stop talking like that.
If you want me to stop, then you better find some work pronto. You better bring money into the family again if you don't want me thrown out by the end of the week.
I am. I'm getting ready to launch my own design firm.
There's that lie again. You're just going to keep using that excuse until God knows when. You haven't even left your room in what seems like weeks. What could you possibly be doing in there? I bet you're just shopping.
We talked about this before. As long as I have a computer and internet, I can work anywhere I want.
So what? You think that makes you better than everyone else? That's not a proper job, it's shady.
There is nothing shady about it. I've been working at a company and going into the office up until a while ago, but my plan was always to work from home. It's going to be better this way.
I don't care if it's better or the internet or whatever. Working from home means no set schedule, and that's very unstable. You might as well be unemployed. Freelancing isn't a proper job either.
But I'm not freelancing. I'm just setting up my own schedule, but there's nothing particularly unstable about my business model.
Fine. I'll accept this work from home travesty on one condition. I want a grandchild. You need to have a baby and fulfill your duty to this family. Only then will it make sense for you to work from home.
A child is in the plan, but it's about timing. It just isn't a good time right now for me to have a baby.
You have an excuse for everything, don't you? You're just talking back at this point. My poor son is too gentle and kind. He got tricked by a witch like you.
That's not a nice thing to say, Faye. I didn't trick anyone.
Oh, be quiet. Don't act all righteous. If you're not going to listen to what I say, then we don't need you in this family. Go away!
My name is Shelley Fisher. I'm 33 years old. I've been married to my husband Mark for 3 years, but he currently works in Europe. I live with my mother-in-law and sister-in-law in the house that my husband grew up in. The three of us share the whole house. I've been doing my best to keep living together in peace, but due to my decision to quit working at my old design firm and start my own, that peace that I worked so hard to keep fell apart. Faye, my mother-in-law, does nothing but insult me and threaten to kick me out. I've taken as much as I can handle, and I'm starting to think that it would be better if I just moved out. But I can't. I promised my husband that I would stay at that house and take care of his mother until he returns home. Even though my sister-in-law Lisa lives with us, she doesn't take care of her own mother. Mark has been worried about his mother since his father died a year ago, so I have no choice but to stay in that house and endure the insults until my husband comes back. I try to let whatever Faye says to me to just slide off my back. However, I am close to my limit, and nothing could prepare me for what she did next.
Hi, Shelley. How's your vacation? Hope you're enjoying it even though you don't deserve it. Only a good-for-nothing layabout takes a vacation when they don't even work. But do you know what? I am very happy today because I'm finally rid of you. We've moved out of that house. We don't live there anymore, and neither do you.
What are you talking about?
My family isn't wealthy enough to house useless people like you.
I don't want to get into that right now, but it wasn't me who asked to live with you.
And you think that makes you better? Anyway, I'm just messaging you to let you know that your stuff was in the way of us moving out, so I took the liberty of throwing everything out the window.
What? What did you throw out the window? You better tell me now.
Everything that was in your room, including your computer, and all those papers that you scribbled and drew on. There were so many, and they were scattered all over the place. It took me forever to recycle it all.
They were not scattered all over the place. They were all neatly placed in binders.
Oh, were they? Well, they went all over the place when I started to throw your things out.
Those papers are extremely important for my work. Why did you throw them out without telling me? Wait, I locked my room. I made sure of that before I left. I'm the only one with the key. How did you get in?
Oh, that flimsy thing broke with one kick. It was almost as useless as you.
What the hell? It was a proper lock. Are you a gorilla?
What did you just say to me?
There is something really wrong with you. A normal 60-year-old woman could not kick down a locked door.
It's not my fault it was so flimsy. Maybe if you had a proper job, you could have afforded a stronger lock. Oh, I think I hear thunder. It's starting to rain, and quite hard, too.
Are you kidding me?
Your computer is going to be completely soaked. I suggest you hurry back and save your computer before that happens. Oh, wait, you can't. You're with Mark right now in Belgium. Isn't that just too bad?
Save your acting for someone else. It's embarrassing.
You're embarrassing. You're an embarrassment to this family. People laugh when they hear that my daughter-in-law locks herself in her room and draws on her computer.
Drawing is not just a hobby, it's part of my work too. Do you have any idea what you've done?
You keep saying that it's for work, but no one believes you.
But why? Why won't you just accept what I say? Anyway, there's no time for that now. Please, you need to get my computer out of the rain before it's too late.
Do you think I'm going to listen to a little parasite like you? If you want to save your computer, you have to come get it yourself. That's the only way.
The only reason I'm asking you is because I can't get it myself. That computer has the project that I'm working on right now. I need it. It's very, very important. I haven't been paid for that project yet. Please save my computer. It's the only thing I'll ever ask of you.
Oops, my phone is running out of batteries. I don't think I got your last message. I have to go now. Enjoy the rest of your vacation. Bye.
Wait, please don't go yet. Faye, nothing else matters. Please get my computer out of the rain.
The new house is so great. It's so big and free of parasites. It feels like I can finally breathe.
That's good for you.
Oh, that's a new response.
Does it even matter anymore?
You're right, it doesn't. Do you want to live with us? Well, you can't, so don't even dream about it. I just clean the place. I don't want it to be infested again.
I don't ever want to live with you again. I'm glad to be rid of you.
How dare you talk to your elders like that? Even though I don't like it, I'm still your mother-in-law. You need to learn to show some respect.
I don't think I need to respect the person that keeps calling me a pest and treats me horribly.
You're just disrespectful. I see that no one has ever taught you manners. Well, I've had enough of you. I'm cutting you off. You're useless and good for nothing.
That's more than fine with me. When will that begin?
Look at you, acting tough. Don't you know what this means?
Of course I do. And I can't wait. This is the best news I've heard in years.
Are you being serious? If I go through with this, you'll never see or talk to me again. I'm never going to help you no matter how hard you beg.
Yep, I'm 100% completely fine with that. Actually, I think hell will need to freeze over first before I ask you for help. I'm surprised that you've even offered it.
If you beg for forgiveness right now, I'll let this slide. You'll also need to get a job, a real job that I approve of.
I have no reason to ask you for forgiveness. I didn't do anything wrong. I already have a job, and I don't need you to approve what I do, so I'm going to give that a hard pass.
Fine, have it your way, but I'm not even going to give you a single cent.
You've never given me money for anything, so I'm pretty sure I won't need your money in the future either. Besides, I have enough money, more than I need actually.
Oh, how you lie. You're probably just living off your savings right now. You'll come begging when that dries up.
I have used a lot of money for work, but I haven't even touched my savings yet. The last time I checked, I have a net worth of about $3 million.
$3 million? How on earth did you get that much money? Did you win the lottery or something? Did someone die? Why didn't you mention winning the lottery? You shouldn't keep that kind of information to yourself.
No, I didn't win the lottery. I don't even play. I've never bought a ticket in my life.
You said you have $3 million. How else could you get that much?
There are other ways to earn money than the lottery.
Quit beating around the bush. How did you get that money? Wait, I think I know. You embezzled it from your old company. You probably didn't quit like you said you did. You were fired because they caught you.
What? You're delusional.
It finally makes sense. That's why you left so suddenly.
I didn't embezzle money from my company. We parted on very good terms.
You can pretend all you want. I've uncovered the truth. My son married a criminal. How shameful.
Could you please listen to me for once? I didn't do anything wrong. It took me years, but I saved that money.
There is no way a woman in her 30s can save up $3 million. You're nothing but a liar.
If you would give me a chance, I can explain how I saved up so much.
I can't trust anything that you say. You're a criminal. You can't convince me otherwise. You better hand over your savings as an apology to me. I'm going to need it when they charge me for being an accessory to your crimes. Oh my God, I had a criminal living under my roof. Now, you owe me that money.
You're being ridiculous, Faye. I'm a designer. I earned that money by working. I've worked on contracts from different countries around the world. I've worked with famous and popular brands as well.
Now who's being ridiculous? There's no way that's true.
I've worked for Charles Salon and Kathleen Brighton. I've seen you use Kathleen Brighton's tote bags. I designed them.
What? You designed them?
I have. Obviously not everything, but I worked with her and her team for a few seasons. That's why I kept getting several packages from her that year. They were all samples of the designs I did for her.
Those were samples? I thought you were shopping with Mark's credit card.
No, I told you they were for work. Of course, at first, it was just a little side project since I was still with my old firm. A friend of mine from design school introduced me to Kathleen. She really liked my stuff and asked me to do a few more. That gave me confidence, and it was then that I realized that I could make it on my own.
She liked your work that much that she kept asking you to come back?
Yes, she did. And with each season, she gave me more and more money. The contracts kept getting bigger. That's how I was able to save up so much. That plus some careful investing.
So, you were really working all this time? Those scribbles of yours had value?
Yes, that's what I've been trying to tell you this whole time. You never listened. You refused to hear what I said.
My very own daughter-in-law helps design bags that are sold all over the world.
I tried to tell you that before. I told you that my designs are well known.
I thought you were just joking. I thought you were just trying to get me off your back. This changes everything. You need to come back and live with me again. Do you think you can talk to your friend Kathleen and get me a discount? Oh, or even a free bag. Tell her I think the new collection is looking great, and the clutch would look great in my hands.
You've certainly started to sing a very different tune. You were talking about cutting me off not even 10 minutes ago.
Oh, never mind that. That's all in the past now. I think it'll be easier if we live together. This new house is really something. Why don't you come give it a look?
No, I'm good.
I see. Well, in that case, why don't Lisa and I move back into the old house with you? Half my stuff is still in boxes anyway, so it'll be nice and easy to move again.
Don't bother. That house is gone.
What do you mean?
I mean, the house is gone. After you two moved out, Mark told me that I could do whatever I wanted with that house.
And so what? You demolished it?
That's right.
You had no right. That's our family house.
When Mark took over the payments for it, the deed got changed to his name, so technically, it was his house to do with as he pleased.
But I put years in that house. I made it into a home. I raised my children there.
And now it's gone. Not a trace of it left.
But why? Why not just sell it like a normal person?
The house was so old, we couldn't get much money for it, so Mark and I decided that it would be better if we just demolished it.
Still, you didn't have to demolish it.
Plus, he thought you might stop threatening to kick me out of the house if it didn't exist anymore.
But I'm his mother. How could you do that to me?
Yep, you are his mom, and I'm very sure he's very grateful to you for everything you've done for him, but you took things too far. You called me a termite and a pest and constantly berated me about my work. You threw my stuff out the window and almost cost me a project. How could you treat another person like that, let alone your daughter-in-law? Mark kept apologizing to me about your behavior.
Why would he apologize for my behavior? He should be on my side.
He tried to stay neutral as long as he could. He even made excuses for you at first, but then he got tired of defending you. You're the one who turned him against you.
This isn't going anywhere. What about the house? Are you going to build a new one? If you do that, we can put everything behind us and live together as one big happy family again.
No, we're not going to do that. Even if we were planning on building a new house, I don't ever want to live with you again.
Why not?
Just think about it. Why would I want to live with someone that hurls insults at me all day long? Or a person that threw my things out the window? If you were in my shoes, would you want to live with a person that does that to you?
Well, that wasn't my fault.
Oh? Then tell me, whose fault was it? Did a gremlin tell you to do that to me?
No, it's your fault that you weren't a good daughter-in-law. You should have treated me better and listened to everything I said. You didn't show me enough respect.
You keep throwing the word respect around. Do you even know what it means?
I do. To respect someone is to admire them and do as they say.
Okay, but have you done anything that I can admire? You raised a good son, and he is a great husband to me. That I can respect you for.
See, you answered your own question, and yet you've never shown me any respect.
I wasn't finished. That I can respect you for, but nothing else. Overall, you've been a net negative on my life. You threw away documents that were important for my work. You broke into my room. Is that behavior worthy to be admired and revered? Unless you think that's how you show someone respect, should I break into your room and destroy your property as well? Would you like me to do that?
I would like to see you try. You don't even know where I live.
Of course I do. Your house is at the corner of Cedar Road and Bay Avenue, the one with the green roof.
What? How do you know that?
I saw the rental agreement.
You went through my papers? How dare you go through my things?
I didn't go through your papers. You left the contract on the coffee table in the living room. It was left in plain sight, almost like you wanted me to see it.
Well, I certainly didn't want you to see it.
Well, that's your fault. Anyway, I'm on my way over there.
No, you can't come here. All my prized possessions are here. I won't let you near any of it. You have another thing coming if you think I'll let you near my records. I should have said that.
Oh, you're a fan of Elvis, are you?
Of course I am. Who isn't? He's the king, for crying out loud.
Good to know. If I want to throw something of yours away, I should go after those records.
No, you can't. I bought them when I was a teen. Please, I won't do anything to you anymore. Please don't come here.
What should I do?
I'll do anything to protect my Elvis collection.
Fine. Then you have to promise me 2 things. If you break either promise, I'm going to go after your collection.
Fine. What are they?
Number 1, you need to pay me for the computer you damaged and the lost wages because of it. The total cost is $30,000.
30,000? That's too many zeros. There's got to be a mistake. Don't you mean 3,000?
No, I mean 30. I'll send you an invoice that breaks everything down later. I lost a lot thanks to you, and you're going to pay me back every penny of it.
But I don't have that kind of money.
I don't care if you do or not. You're going to find a way to pay me back. That's only number 1. Number 2 is a signed statement that you will never come near me or Mark again. That includes contact of any kind.
What? I can't talk to Mark ever again?
Yes, that is what Mark and I want.
Wait a second. Mark is my only son. You can't keep him away from me. I'm his mother. It's cruel to keep a child away from his parent.
If you behave yourself, we might be able to put up with you for the holidays. But we don't want to interact with you outside of those days.
That's not fair.
Well, life isn't fair. What are you going to do? Are you going to accept those terms or not? You don't have to accept them, but that would put your collection in danger. It's up to you.
Fine, I get it. I accept your terms. I'll pay that money, and I won't talk to you or Mark again. Just please don't do anything to my Elvis collection.
I'm glad that we were able to agree to something. I'll finally be able to live my life peacefully and have a better environment for my child.
Child? What child? Are you saying you're pregnant, Shelley?
Now that you've agreed, I'm going to block your number and your account on all platforms. Goodbye.
Wait, you didn't answer my question. Are you pregnant now? Did you have the baby already? Is it a boy or a girl? I have a grandchild. Shelley? Don't leave me hanging. Answer me.
I was pregnant at the time, just like Faye thought. I found out a week before I had my last talk with her, and I wasn't feeling well and went to the doctors. The doctor told me that I was about 2 months pregnant, which of course matched up with when I visited my husband in Belgium. I wasn't planning on telling Faye, but I accidentally let it slip out. But Mark and I had already firmly decided to block Faye and cut off all unnecessary contact with her. We don't plan to tell her anything else about the baby. A lawyer is working on my behalf to get my money from her. My sister-in-law was silent during this entire ordeal. I still don't know what she thinks about everything or how much she was involved, but I stopped thinking about her. I finally feel free, and I can finally live my life in peace. I can look after myself without having to worry about my crazy mother-in-law. I'm still going to work as much as I can before the baby comes, but I am excited for the future. Thanks for watching. Please hit the like button and subscribe for more videos.